Hello everyone. So I'm about to go into the detail for a word search puzzle. I call it What the Hell 7, and you can see the detail of the word search puzzles um, under the post section on YouTube. So if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel for more details with regards to this. So this word search puzzle book I got at Chinatown, and basically I some of the words I'm not sure what it means, so I do my own research in terms of like how to interpret the word, how to pronounce the word, and then I basically choose seven of it, and then I look up the definition on Wiki, Oxford, or the AI definitions, and then I just Google it, and then I will add that detail, or I will read to you the definitions that I come across, so that I can understand the interpretation better. Excuse me, the interpretation. So, what I usually do is I'm just gonna make an example. Here we go. It says musicians needed. Musicians needed. So you can see the words as per the list. I will then pick the words as um, as it's required on the list, and then when I do come across something or a different word in between, then I will just make a little line there. You can see there, and on this side I will circle the words as per the list, and then also I will make two lines if I come across different words on this section. So it's all research, and sometimes you find a word that wasn't on the list, and it's quite exciting to see what is in between there and to do the research and to actually find more words. Basically, it's a fun word activity research exercise, if you can call it that. So this is for What the Hell 7. I do include videos on the YouTube shorts as well as on the post section like I mentioned to you, and it's also for the brand Watch Blue Travels. Watch Blue Travels is on Instagram. You can follow that channel. So it's called Watch Blue Travels. On that page, you can see different images that I've taken, and you can let me know what you see in those images, and what story comes to mind, or what experience based on those images you see in those little blocks over there on Instagram, and what I would like to do for What the Hell 7 as well. So these words that I come across, so I choose 7 words from the word search puzzle book, and then like I said, I look up the definitions. So if you maybe these words that I'm mentioning is quite relevant to you, like it's your job, or it is you an artist, and you usually, for example, one of these words is walls. So maybe you do paint work, or maybe you do something artistic on walls, etc. Then you can mention those things or take images of that, take pictures, and then you can send it when you Google my email address on you need to Google Brands by Andrea, and my email address is online, and you can send it to me, and we can share it with the Watch Blue Travels community. So the words as per the list, I'll also make an example of at least one of these words, and you can also tell me your example or your experience based on these words that I'm reading. So the first word I'm going to read to you is holes. Holes, holes. And the definition, it says a place or position that needs to be filled because someone or something is no longer there. So an example of that would be, say for example, you are a founder, creator, owner of this brand. You established this brand and you created it as a family brand. It's your family's wealth, etc. And your plan is to actually hand that to someone that's next in line, or someone that you chose as a responsible person to then um, take that position and do something really good with that position, and live up to the brand values and do what they need to do according to the purpose and the rules that you have set while building this brand, etc. And like it could be, it's like heritage. You maybe you share the same surname. So for example, if like my surname is Williams and I then nominate the next my son as the next heir to that base, to basically control certain things. So that is an example I can make for this, which is called holes, this word. Um, if you have an example, you can also let me know what your example is and your interpretation of that word. So the next word is packing. Packing is the action or process of packing something. So she finished her packing. So when you, for example, have plans to go to travel to Pretoria, or you want to travel abroad, maybe you want to do a trip to London or to explore different places, etc., then this normally applies to that, the action of packing something. You put things in your suitcase and then you complete that packing process and off you go. Then the third word is blocks. So blocks generally refers to either construction materials or educational toys. Building blocks for children is an example. Legos, and children have these games where they like these colorful blocks where they used to build something creative and artistic. Not only children though, because adults also do creative things with when it comes to Legos. Just as an example, but the example they make here is like wood or plastic promote fine motor skills, spatial awareness and creativity. Construction blocks such as cement or concrete blocks. So it could mean like, for example, the example I made now with regards to Legos, or building something, for example, with bricks, etc. Or blocks can also be interpreted as, someone or something like an obstacle standing in the way. So, for example, um, say, for example, you need to go on this date, and um, there's so many things that happen to prevent you actually making it to the date that you set with this person. So there is, for some reason, there's so many things happening that distract you from actually going and meeting up with this person, because there are things that are blocking the way. That is a definition I can think of. If you can think of another definition, then do share it with the Watch Blue Travel community. Let's go to the next word. The next word is walls. Walls. A wall is a structure and a surface that defines an area, carries a load, provides security, shelter, or soundproofing, or serves as a decorative purpose. So I know I usually do a lot of artistic activities, etc. So I painted the walls where I stay as well, and I painted half of it nude and half of it I you can say the color is nude, or you can it's like a beige. It's actually beige, but you know the color nude, etc. So it's quite similar. And then half of it is white, and then I also applied some, the walls was actually in a quite terrible condition, and for me it really bothers me if I stay in a space that um doesn't look neat, or looks a bit looks horrible in terms of the environment. I'm not able to properly get creative work done. You know, I need to make it look decent for myself, etc. So because the walls was always in such a terrible state, and because I got this water paint, I painted, and it just didn't have the impact that I wanted with the paint I used. And then I created this paper layout, and then I put so I recycled old reading books that I had. Some were biblical scriptures, some were business books, etc. And then I painted over that, and then it gave a better look than it did before, and it looks much neater, and the overall result was much better in terms for me to work, because so when I do leave from here, I can just like remove it, and the walls will be back to the way it was, which is not something I like, but the next tenant might like it better. But in any case, I just wanted to make an example of something I did with regards to something artistic on walls, which is this word I came across here in the word search puzzle. And the next word is fort. A fort is a fortified, often defensive structure, building, or in some cases, a permanent military post. Historically, these structures served as trading posts, or as in the case of Old Fort on Constitution Hill, prisons for political prisoners. Examples in Pretoria or Eastern Fort Battery near Cape Town. Okay, that's an example of fort. If that's the definition of fort. If you have an example, do communicate with me via my email address. I did explain to you in the beginning how you will find my email address. It's online. Then the next word is design. Design is the purposeful, planned creation of objects, processes, or systems, balancing aesthetic, functional, and user-centered considerations. It acts as a visual language for branding, arranging elements like color and typography to create meaning. Key principles include balance, alignment, and intentionality, with modern workflows increasingly incorporating AI for ideation. Key aspects of design purpose: it aims to solve problems and improve the interaction between people and the environment. I like that. Let me read that again. The purpose: it aims to solve problems and improve the interaction between people and the environment. So design, I love design work. I've created some designs myself. I've created these little bears. They call the Just So Very Cool bears. They were trademarked in London. So if you watch my previous videos, I did mention to you that I still need to gather all those designs, because now I'm going to create something besides the e-commerce stores that I have. I'm going to physically create products so that I can get them printed, these JSBC bears, put them on t-shirts, and for people to wear them here in SA. And so that is a goal I have in the near future, is to create the JSBC brand here in SA, but with physical products, because the other store I have is on e-commerce. So I love those bears. They've got I've got the original designs as well. I've mentioned something with regards to that on the YouTube channel. But these bears, they all have shades on, which is glasses, and they are cool bears, and they are they in different colors. They diverse. Initially I started with a honey bee, a gray bee, and a white bee. That's what I called them. But then it basically it grew from there, the creative process, and they are now in all colors, in patterns. They are in camo, they are in pink, blue, baby blue, pink. So go check it out. You can also Google the baby outfit and you will find the Spring store or the Redbubble store online. So if you are busy with any design processes, or you've designed something, then let us know your process or what you have designed, and show us some pictures of your own work. And yeah, we would like to see what you have designed. And then the next word is construct. Construct, conceptual. Intelligence is a difficult construct to measure, build or make something. Another definition is construct is build or make something, typically a building, road, or machine. A company that constructs oil rigs, as an example, they mentioning their example is a company that constructs oil rigs. Let me see, it says intelligence is a difficult construct to measure. So if you watch my JK videos, and if you watch the JK videos, I make scenarios and I speak of scenarios that happened in my past with regards to, I'm gonna make an example here of jealousy. So there's things that I've experienced in the past that I now utilize in order to empower, encourage women to, stand together and to appreciate each other more, support one another. It's about women encouraging women, distinctive, authentic women encouraging one another, and talking about these things that really how can I say, that affect our confidence, that affect our safety, that affect our mental health, that affect our relationships. All of those things I mentioned, both for women and men, but it is a woman's brand. And so it says here again, intelligence is a difficult construct to measure. So as an example from the JK brand, some people don't like it when someone is too smart. And I'm not talking about someone that's acting like they are smart and they want to in a show off kind of way, but someone that is genuinely intelligent, that is using their skills or the God's gift to create goodness in the world and to help other people, to save other people, to make things better for other people. Then you do get some people that won't like that, and they will try and destroy it, and if they can't destroy it, they will try and take it from you. And it's petty and it's horrible, but it does happen. So if you already following my channels, if you started following my channel recently, go back and look for the pink heart. Those are the videos for the JK brand, and it's a series I've created, and I speak about all of those things. And if you've got your personal stories to share with the JK community, then let me know, and then we can do a podcast, or we can um do something for our social channels and to help other ladies out there. So I just want to make sure if I got all 7. So construct, design, walls, fort, blocks, packing, and holes. Yeah. So that was everything I wanted to cover for What the Hell 7, and I would like to see your images of these words, or your definitions, or your experiences as well. You can share it again. Google Brands by Andrea. My email address is online, and let's connect.